along with Naomi Campbell. We're getting into how she's responded to the situation, but it wasn't looking very good online. Plus, we're talking about Sabrina Carpenter's new album cover, as she kind of poked fun at the fact that people did not like the original. We're also talking about Cardi B, clapping back at some of the things that people have said about her upcoming album. We're also talking about Alex Earl and her podcast, Update Plus. Of course, we are going to get into some of the things that have been said about Love Island this week, because I asked you guys if you wanted to hear any Love Island updates, and I am obsessed with the season. So we're going to chat about it before we get into anything else. Because you guys, I'm so sickly upset. I just did a podcast where I talked at great length about what's been going on this week. It was literally like an hour of me talking about it, so I could just go on for days. Honestly, last week we had this whole Hurricane Huda situation where Huda and Jeremiah were going through some drama. At the end of the week, he didn't choose to be with her. He chose to couple up with Iris. And it seemed like they were finally going to try and go their separate ways and explore other people in the villa. It did look like she was going to go in for a kiss when they were kind of having their closure talk, which everyone was like, no ha, don't do that, he didn't choose. But anyway, this week ended up being so crazy because Jeremiah started getting really close with the new bombshell. It seemed like they were really hitting it off. And then what do you know, America has to vote who their favorite islander is, and the bottom three were in jeopardy of going home. And it was up to Ace Taylor and Nick to decide which boy was going to go home, and Jeremiah ended up going home. Everyone is saying that Ace is controlling the season. He was playing producer, and they feel like he got voted out because he just didn't like Jeremiah and maybe was jealous of him. I don't know what the case was. As for the girls, it was between Amaya, Iris, and Hannah to go home, and Hannah ended up getting voted out. And everyone was shocked because she was the only one standing up there that had a true connection. She'd been going strong with Pepe, so it just seemed really weird that she was getting voted out. It felt more like a vote of, okay, you're a strong couple, so we're voting you out to go home so that we have a better chance of winning Love Island, which I feel like up until this season, I just don't feel like Love Island should or really has ever felt this much like a game show to me. I feel like it's been about, friendships and then, really voting for the strong couples to stay till the end. But Amaya and Iris did not have strong couples, and it felt like they were we want to give them a chance. And Hannah, you've already explored and had two really great connections, so you can go home. I don't know, the whole thing was so weird, and Jeremiah and Hannah have done podcast interviews this week to talk about getting voted out. Hannah said that she was shocked that she was voted out by the girls. It just didn't make sense to her, and even hearing their explanations afterwards, she just didn't understand why she went home. Pepe was shocked as well, and she says that there were a lot of conversations that we did not see of her. And Pepe that honestly made me kind of like him. She said that the night that Charlie went home, he made food for her. He rubbed her back all night. They talked and literally got 10 minutes of sleep before they went on their date, so I wish we got to see more of the conversations they were having. She also said that the girls were getting so fed up with Huda talking about Jeremiah that she pulled Huda aside and said that she could personally come and talk to her about all of the Jeremiah stuff, which obviously makes it that much more hurtful when you think about how Huda did not go to Hannah to say that she was going to pull Pepe for some chats, since Hannah was just being so extra nice to her. She also said that she wanted to talk to Pepe about traumas that she's gone through in her life, and she was telling this to Huda. And then Huda ended up pulling Pepe, so I don't know everything about that part of the interview. Didn't make her look the best, but I will say I do feel like Huda is going through a redemption arc. Right now, a lot of people are rooting for her. They want her to find love. As for Jeremiah, I feel like he did not want to say anything negative about Huda when he was doing any of these interviews. He did take accountability for things. He felt like he set the expectations a little too high for Huda in how he is in relationships. And she thought he was about to do these things, and he wasn't ready to do these things with her. So he understands why she was upset with him. And I don't know, I found it very respectable that he didn't want to say anything bad about her in some fun Love Island news. Though Sierra has gone completely viral because of her Instagram captions. Her friend MJ, who is also an influencer, Atik. Talker that I followed for a while now, I did not know that Sierra and her knew each other. But MJ came out and said that she's been running Sierra's Instagram account, and everyone has just been loving the captions that she's been putting under photos of Sierra as Sierra's away on Love Island Violin. And she's running her account, and Cosmo literally did an article highlighting the fact that MJ has gone viral for all of her quirky little captions that she's done for Sierra while she's in the villa. The article was titled, "So You're Running Your Best Friend's Instagram While She's on Love Island USA," and Julia Fox literally followed Sierra Zakau, and her friends posted freaking out for her, so I don't know the behind the scenes stuff that has happened. I guess they were under the impression that people were not taking photos with them, so they didn't need to like look up and pose. But still, everyone was just like, why didn't you just acknowledge the presence of the fan in front of you? Like, that would have been way nicer than you two in deep conversation. And I don't know, because in some of these videos you hear, okay, time for your picture, 1, 2, 3. And like they take it and the fan is still talking to them or they're not looking. And I don't know, the whole thing was just such a mess. And I felt bad for quite literally everyone involved. I feel like they just wouldn't want to come off that way either. But I don't know, it just wasn't a good look. And that was what was being said about them this week. I certainly want to know what you guys think about this whole situation, plus everything else we talked about today. Are you watching Love Island? Are you going to be tuning into Alex's podcast? What about Sabrina's new album? The cover, how are we feeling about the new one? The fact that she kind of threw shade at the old one and the drama. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments.